Alright, so here in the shop today, we're going to be working on the Dodge. We're going to wait on the C60 for a little bit. It's kind of, we haven't got anything we can do to it yet. We got to wait to pull the motor out. So we're going to work on the Dodge. I'm going to be working on taillights today. And trying to see if I can change from these two to these. And these. Got brackets, all of the wiring. And we also need to put this on. License plate light. And maybe this, if we can somehow get it on there. So here's the wiring that we were working with. So here's the old trailer plug receiver. It's got 4 wires. And I think we have a lot more than 4, so we're going to have to figure out how to make that work. And then this is the wiring for the lights that we have to try and work with. So we've got gator clip, gator clip, gator clip, gator clip, gator clip, that thing, down to gator clip, gator clip, gator clip. Yeah, so this is this side. And then on the passenger side, we have got a bunch of gator clips taped up and more gator clips and all kinds of things. And then this, I just capped this one off. This was these corner lights that used to be on here, but they're obviously not there anymore. So I may try and run this to the license plate light. We'll just have to see what I can make work. Anyway, so I guess we're going to start with the taillights. So yeah, I really don't know what... That's loose. I don't know where to start with this. But we're going to try and make it work. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. So we're having some technical difficulties on the Dodge. We're having wiring short after wiring short after wiring short. So as you can see, I've got this light hooked up. I've got all this extra hanging out. Got the ground right there, spliced, all this fixed, all that's hanging down. Right there, cut wire, all kinds of stuff. This is supposed to be on right now, like currently running and on as tail light. But it will not turn on, so turn the key on. That tail light is supposed to be on right now. And not on. So we have a ground out or short somewhere. Push the brake. Turns on. So it works, but there's no running lights, which means there's a ground out somewhere because it should be on running as soon as you start the thing. Headlights work, markers work, everything works, but nothing works as... Oh, farted. Nothing is working. So right here, right there is supposed to be running lights everywhere. So all running lights are supposed to be on right now. And we have nothing. So if we take this, which my dad taught me, we put it on here, it's gonna spark. Is it on there? Boom, running lights come on, and tail light comes on. So we're having a ground issue somewhere. And this, which is supposed to have power. Wait, did it? Anyway, this is supposed to have power going to it. Has no power coming. It's grounded out. So this wire is grounded out somewhere, but I can't figure out where. So I'm gonna have to go through, check all these running lights, check the tail lights, everything, try and find where it's going, go through all this and just kind of look for where this is grounding out at. So I'm gonna get up in the engine bay, make this a little bit easier on myself. So I need to find where this thing is grounding out at. So like right here, this should have power. That's got power. Power there, it's got power coming out. Power coming out. This one should have power coming out. Poke a hole in it if I can. Wait. Okay, so frame is grounded, so that's good. We got a good ground on the frame. This guy, what do we have in here? I can't get in there. Let me see if I can poke through it. Oh. Okay, power. That's good. See if I have power out. Oh, it's stiff. Oh, never mind. I'm already through it. Power out. Sounds good. This wire's good. Check all these. Ground for some reason. Ground. Power. Ground. 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 So I have no clue what any of these are. Don't really know. Let's go through and check these. Okay, nothing for some reason. Ground. Power. Power. Power in. Should be power out, or I don't know what's supposed to be on this end, honestly. I really don't know. Come on. Get a contact on there. Did not fit in here very well. Let me just touch the block. Wonder if that's an issue. Ooh, something down here is hot. Why is that so hot? What the heck is this? I have no clue. This thing, I forget what this piece is called, but it doesn't seem to have a connection going to it. Or coming out of it at least. Let's go. Actually, wait, we can't disconnect the battery. I'm gonna turn off power. Turn power off. Boom. Boom. Also, we got the bed up. I think you guys already knew that. I don't really know. Anyway, let me disconnect this. What is this thing called? Isn't this called like a power block? I don't know. Let me go turn the power back on. Okay, power's on. Find your test light. Let's test this thing. Oops. What did I just do? Nothing. Why is there nothing coming out of that? Find the plug. Nothing. Okay. We're gonna turn headlights on and test that block again. Change it from running lights to actual on. See if that makes a difference. It could, I don't really know. Test it down here. Okay. Now we have power out, so that's good. Where's the other piece at? Right here. There should be nothing going to this now. Oh, it's grounded. Why are we grounded? Are running lights on? No, no running lights. Let me go test. Let me see if this guy's on. That guy's not on. See, running lights. No running lights. So, I don't know what we're dealing with. And I don't know if this bottom wire is supposed to be grounded or not. But this wire is grounded right there, but there's power coming off where it plugs into. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or what. I'm not sure, guys, as a regular electrician. Be mindful of that. I don't know what I'm doing, at least in this situation. So I think next we're gonna test that stuff down there. I'll be back. All right, so we can't figure anything out. I did find a wire. I don't know what is wrong with it, but this red wire right here has a green solid but flashes red whenever you use a tester on it. So I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna stop for tonight, go through some books and look up some diagrams and see what I can figure out. And I honestly may just end up rewiring this entire thing or selling the truck as it is and just telling the next owner that it needs lights. Because I do have somebody in line to buy this and he knows that the lights need put on. So I'll see what he says, and if he wants to just go ahead and do it, we'll do it. But I have no running lights, so I need to figure that out. Disconnect this. There we go. Yep. So it's actually starting to smell like burning wires in here, which that's not good, but I don't know where it's coming from. Also, I went through all these marker lights and found nothing. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm also half tempted to send it to a shop and just have them rewire the entire truck, or at least figure out what the heck is wrong with the wiring. But I mean, it'll crank right up every time. Everything works. It just, the markers and running lights won't work. I mean, what I could also do, which I don't really want to do, is I could just run a new set of wires down and have a set of running lights to a switch. So that way, even, like, we could leave this wiring stock, right? Don't mess with any of this wiring. Just put the taillights in and have brake lights. But then I could run another wire from here, run to a relay to the battery with a fuse, to where I just flip a switch in the cab and it runs running lights all the time, which is a possibility. I could do that. So we'll see what we think. But I don't know where the short could be. The short could be in the roof. The short could be anywhere. I'm willing to bet that it's probably in these cab lights, because whenever I took them off to paint the roof, they were pretty, wire hanging out everywhere. So it could be those. So I'll have to go through, tape them up, and see what I figure out. It could be that wire that's flashing. It could be any of this mess. But if it comes to it, I'll just run a second wire and have a separate hookup for the running lights. And we'll go from there. So I think we're done out here for tonight. I don't know what else I can work on. Don't think I have anything else I can work on. I don't know what's wrong with these. That sounded amazing, actually. I don't know why they're not hooked up, but that's kind of annoying. Anyway, so, don't know what to do now. Probably gonna go inside and look up a bunch of wiring harnesses and figure as much out as I can. Yeah, anyway. This thing's almost ready to come apart. It's kind of taking a while. We have 2 strut bolts on this side. Still working on pulling the motor and trans out. I think I decided I'm going to swap it to an automatic instead of leaving it a manual. I have a spare automatic transmission that I'm probably going to swap into my 5.7 and put straight in here. It'll bolt right up. I mean, the trans might have to adjust, but the motor will bolt right up. This is another 5.7 that I swapped into here. This 5.7 and then another 5.7 I got. I got this 5.7 and the other one at the same time, and the other one's just going to go into this truck. So the same size motor, same everything. This one's coming back out eventually to rewire it all. Or not rewire, repaint it all. But yeah, I put this motor in here in a day. Got it running within the next day or same day or something like that. I don't remember. Had the Holley on it. Had a really nice Holley with the plate thing. You don't remember what you call that. But switched the Holley onto there so I could sell it. So there goes my nice carb. But I have one more Holley, so we might end up throwing that one on here or that one on the other truck. We'll just have to see. But this motor is going to be coming back out. I'm going to put all new mounts, paint the frame. But this right now has new belts, water pump, fuel pump, new carb, new radiator, but this needs to be replaced because it's too small. This came out of a V6 Chevy that I had. And this is obviously not a V6, this is a 5.7 V8. New master cylinder, but it's the wrong one, so I have the new one. I actually think I have 3 of them because O'Reilly kept giving me the wrong ones, so I just have 3 of them now and I can't return them. I've got 3 master cylinders. I'll just show you all the stuff I got. So this is my bucket of C10 parts. So I've got, let's see here. What is this doing in here? This belongs on the shelf. Antique white. Yeah, this belongs on the shelf. Right there. Anyway, so we've got all new shocks. We've got Freeze plugs, I already replaced them. We got all new brakes. This is the new master cylinder, more shocks, upper and lower ball joints, gaskets, old license plates to my old truck. All new U-joints, new seals, new wheel bearings. I've got just about everything to redo, all the suspension and everything on this. So, but when I swap the new axle in, I'm going to have to, they're like, there's no point in buying the drum brakes because this thing's getting swapped to disc brakes. So there's no point in putting the new disc brakes in the front already because they're not going to work. So I have to take out all the new disc brakes, take out the new tire. I put the upper and lower ball joints on this side, but I'm going to take them back out because I'm going to get new control arms and all that. So we're going to put the new rear end, all new brakes, and I haven't decided if I'm going to go back to factory wheels or my 18-inch wheels. I would want to do the 18s, but we'll decide. But, you know, we'll wait till I figure out what I'm going to do. Axle is going to be the tan color, and suspension's all going to be tan. Truck's going to be white, frame's going to be black. But before I move any farther on this truck, I'm going to wait to get the axle in and painted and get this back on its own weight. And then we're going to pull the cab, front clip and motor out. And then take the frame, the paint, and move it all down this way. And then fix the rest on the cab, drop the cab back on, and then, you know, drivetrain, all that just goes in along with it. This truck's probably going to get an all-new wiring harness. I mean, I don't see why not. It's going to need it. I'm going to do a full restoration on this thing. Might as well just go ahead and spend the extra money and get the wiring harness. So all this back here is going to be finished before any of the front. The bed is not going on until the bed is going to be the very last thing going on the truck. That is going to be the absolute last thing going on. So cab, motor, everything is going to go on, and then the bed. Because I would hate to have the bed on and then put the cow on, because I feel like that would suck to line up and it'd be a pain. So all this is coming out. It's all getting sent to a sandblast shop. I'm getting a new front bumper, new headlights, probably a new core support because I think this one's all rusted out on the bottom. Yeah, so new core support, maybe new fins, and then I've got a lot of rust to fix on this thing, so all that's getting replaced. Fenders are probably going to get replaced, grill is going to stay, bumper's getting replaced, motor's coming back out, frame's getting painted, control arms are getting replaced. All of them are, with brand new, shocks are getting replaced, everything's getting brand new under here. It's going to be a big project. I don't know if we're going to keep this or remove it permanently, but we'll decide when we get there. It's probably going to get blocked off, honestly. This truck is getting it blocked off. I'm just going to take a plate, cover it right over that hole, cover right over those two holes, and then the firewall is going to get painted white, like pure white, so gotta stay tuned for that. All that goes with Caleb's harness. This all, I don't know where that runs to, but this is all my harness, power string pump and everything. We just got to work on getting that seat out, and then we can work on getting the tunnel out for the trans, I mean. I don't know if I'm going to do anything on the interior of this truck. I think I'm just going to go through, fix rust, prime it all, and then the cab's going to get painted white. Obviously, these trim pieces are probably going to get replaced. This truck's not getting as good of a restoration, but it's getting basically a cab restoration / paint job. Frame's going to stay. What I really want to do is try and see if I can find an old fifth wheel hitch or a fifth wheel off of a semi and bolt it right in here and weld it right in here. You know, wherever fits best, probably above the axle, probably in this area. I don't really know where to put it. Not too familiar with those things because I'm not a semi guy, clearly. This thing's not a semi. This is a green truck, and that's a pickup truck. And that one over there is also a pickup truck. I'm not a semi guy, so I don't know all that semi stuff. So I'll do some research, figure out best placement for it, place it on here. Might box off the frame, make it look a little nicer. Might kick it out, you know, build some metal, go off. Basically like build a flatbed for it. I don't know, I'll decide. Or if I can find a bed for this body style, slap the bed on. Or maybe two beds, slap the bed on, and then make 2 beds, or make 1 bed out of 2, and then build some dually fenders for it. That'd be pretty cool. I'm hoping these should be the same size rims, I think. What size are these rims? 9 by 20. These are 850 by 20, I think. All right. 8 by 25 by 20. So I think what I'm going to do, since these are the same size rims, they're just a little bit skinnier. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy the 8 by 9s and put them all the way around this thing. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to stretch the back tires a little bit. Or no, it'll skinny the back tires a little bit on the bottom, but stretch them out on the top. And that'll bring some height back into all of them and lift the truck up. So I'll look up some 9 by 20s all the way around, or 20 by 9, whatever you want to say. It doesn't really matter. So I need 6 9 by 20s. That's going to be expensive, probably like $1,500. Buy those. Get this thing up high again. Obviously, those are going last. The cab and motor and all that comes first. So we're going to do that first. Anyway, I'm going to go inside now. Try and figure out this wiring. So, I don't know if I'm going to make this its own video or make a part 2. This video itself is going to be about 15 minutes. So this is going to, let's just say, part 1 on the Dodge wiring. So tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'll do a part 2. Hopefully Caleb will be out here again to help. Top to bottom restoration. I don't know if there's nets or not. Yep. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one.